Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And away we go at the link. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there.
At their own 39-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. That's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw left side, complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the 28. He's got it near the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Hurts throwing again. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. And no, they faked it! Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They give it to him again, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Running this one left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah! There we go!
Prescott now on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeti! On touch! Hey! Alpha! Hey!
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Motion man left is Brown. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Pass caught. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That one hits for 30. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brought in close to the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they get 38 out of the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, here's Dak. Buying some time right. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, Prescott. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Yeah! Here we go!
From the gun is Prescott. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Covey now to return this. Returns looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys might be able to get some points late after the interception. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Right up the gut. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
They'll run here on first first down. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here we go. 26. Left 26.
3rd and long for him here. Catch made by Cooks. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back to throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with the 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 28-yard line.
Ready, set. Elton.
Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So we're through 3 here. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. They'll come up 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. Room to the right. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Working quickly here. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3.
Eagles 13. Brendan
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Great. No touch.
On first down, Hurts. Barkley's got it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
No touch. No touch.
First down throwing for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. A bit of desperation on... He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
No touch.
and 12 at the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
They kick the running back in motion. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go, 46.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Here we go. Attack. Kill. Wait, take.
Going to the ground again on first. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Attack. 26.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah. Here we go. Attack. 26.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
26.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll come up first and 10. They'll motion Lamb right. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll run now on second down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Well, as expected, here's the timeout. And now they'll get to discuss the play that'll end this in a win or a tie. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. A very short kick here from the right hash. It's good. The kick sails through. And the pressure now applied to that opposing sideline.
And this game isn't over yet officially, but when you see the time left on the clock, you've got to treat this attempt like a game winner. He just did, coming through in the moment of truth to put them up in overtime.
We'll see if their defense can hold now and finish off an overtime win as the kick is away. He's got the squiver. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63. Great, set.
Receiver in motion going left.
No touch.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down.
No touch.
On 4th down, Hurts. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game.